very young age. I was afraid of the word rebellious. This word was usually heard when parents complain about their children who hate going to school or quarrels with nothing. I used to wonder, if I grew up to be a rebellious kid, my life must be ruined. So I'm always trying hard to be a good girl, and I've never thought this word could be related to me. However, standing here today, I must admit that it does, and I'm not sorry for that. Instead, I am really thankful that it helps me thrive and brings out my potential. So it might sound so basic common sense because we've been always taught that being rebellious is wrong. But actually, the rebellious period we're going through is a complex concept when talking about its causes and reflection. So we just cannot define it in black or white. Biologically, there are two important parts of our brain that must be mentioned. One is the amygdala, and one is the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala is a part of our brain that loves thrilling and exciting experiences. And the prefrontal cortex is mainly responsible for inhibiting certain improper behaviors. Study has found that puberty is a time when the amygdala is mature, but the prefrontal cortex is still developing. Therefore, we teenagers perform character tests that are independent, decisive, emotional, and expressive. Psychologically, the rebellious period can be understood as a way to balance the contradiction between the id and the superego. What does that mean? The id, ego, and superego are three concepts proposed by a famous psychoanalyst, Freud, to explain the formation of personality. Let's say the id is like your desire. Like when you want to play video games, you play it. And when you don't want to go to school, you just jump over the wall and skip school. Well, it might still sound a little bit complicated, so let's put it this way. Imagine, you just got out of your PE class, you're extremely tired and thirsty after climbing for 4 floors to get into your class, and finally sit on your seat. And suddenly, you saw a super Coca-Cola with full ice on your classmate's desk. There must be a burning desire in your head to steal it and drink it straight off. But as a teenager, you must have been told that taking other things without combination is wrong. But you just cannot help yourself because you're too thirsty. And that's where the contradiction began. When we gradually grow up, school, society, and your parents would constantly inspire the superego as it meets their expectation. And well, the id is not happy about that. Therefore, the id and the superego would fight against something like how the little devil and the angel fight in the cartoon. So under such circumstance, it is just so difficult for us to form a healthy and complete personality. But if you rebel, the case turns different. Take myself as an example. When I was about to enter middle school, everyone around me were like, oh, you should take some math contest and essay contest so that you can have more advantage to enter better school. But I didn't follow their advice. Instead, I turned to play music, which was my dream at the time. And within 3 months, I released my own single and got over 200,000 plays and made a front page on social media. Sounds great, isn't it? And when I'm in middle school, I attend the MUN, an international student activity. Actually, I was completely a freshman, and my superego told me to stay humble. However, my id just cannot stay calm. To be honest, I was not really a good English and public speaking speaker at the time. But under such pressure, I rebelled again, challenging the default rule of the game that only the experienced man takes the lead. And finally, you see me as a little girl that the whole team of outstanding MUN players to give speeches on the stage. Okay, let's go back to the question. Is being rebellious really a bad thing? I think the answer is clear right now. No, because it provides a chance for the little devil and the angel to work together to fight against the common enemy, the reality, instead of focusing on their own conflict, which makes me thinking too much and self-attacking. So, if you advice for being rebellious, I would say you should embrace your community passion. Stay rebellious and think carefully about what you really want. And if you're suffering from inner conflict, I would say you should try to be a rebellious kid and just wait to see how it shapes you. Now, do you feel yourself like blood boiling and like, wow, she makes perfect sense. I just made up my mind to be a rebellious kid from now on. And the first thing I rebel is, I'm not going to do the homework tonight. Well, actually it's kind of dangerous to have that kind of thought because we need to understand, being rebellious will not make things easier. Instead, we usually need to put in more effort and pay more responsibility to rebel because it's a way to rebuild your life and yourself, but never an excuse for your laziness. So I can say, trying to be rebellious is kind of risky, but I insist that all you guys should give it a try. Why am I so sure? Because about 4 months ago, I was considering what to share with you in my very first TEDx talk. And it took me 5 days to realize that what brings the little girl who practiced in shadowing after all this TED talk to this stage, and now